Alrighty, I almost started without unmuting myself. Okay,
Mm.
off to a great start. Alright, so hello everybody, welcome to session 2 of group 6. How is everybody doing tonight?
Not too shabby. How you doing?
It's all good.
Doing good.
I'm great. I'm so
And
good.
I've been doing way too much last second prep work. I should not have been doing that.
Oh. How do you not? How do you avoid doing that?
Working on it during the 2 weeks I have beforehand. But yeah, so unfortunately, Kate won't be joining us tonight. Well, might, but they'll be joining us later on, hopefully. And so will Milo, hopefully as well. I have no idea. Milo's been going through a series of unfortunate events, for the time for a good minute. So, hopefully they are able to join us, but not likely. So, with that in mind, where did we leave off last session?
Um,
We were walking back.
yeah,
And we were heading to my village.
Yeah.
for a victory meal.
Mm-hmm.
And drinking.
I believe
Victory
you
meal
all
and
had
ale.
discussed you were going to first Knox's cottage to check in on Mako, but we
Yeah.
can do either one first.
I guess since Mako's not there, we could stop by
But
the
let's check
village.
on Mako. Just
Oh. Alright. I don't mind either way. It's just
way.
like I feel like he's gonna be asleep anyway. Just a vibe, just a hint.
just a vibe,
Just a thought.
a random.
Just to feel
Have a random
Just a
feeling
thought.
that
I
he's
don't
gonna
know.
be asleep. I don't know.
something in
Maybe
the air.
Yeah, it's just
Some
the
kind
way
of
the wind
vibes,
brushes
you
against
know?
my hair.
Yeah.
Okay. So, from the sounds of it, we'll begin with you all venturing to Hansi's home city of Akan. All right. So, yes, after the previous events of the session, where you all had met under strange occurrences of Mako just falling off of Ghost, completely asleep, under some sort of illusion spell you had found. You decided to wait out their awakening by helping out this village who had seemed to be under attack by a creature from the Underdark up here, who after pretty swift time actually you were able to easily fell the creature and save the people of Lutuko. And as Nox and Hansi find respect from their respective people, we find you all venturing back to the city of Akan, one of the many cities within this territory of the Lutuko people. On as they begin, or as you go to celebrate your victory with against the Behir. So along this way, it'll probably take like a couple hours. Does anyone want to have any sort of conversations? I believe I forget, is Ambrosia in a horse form, or are they also riding alongside ghosts or someone
I
else?
think I think I was on Ghost with whoever else was on Ghost.
I
Okay.
think we were both on Ghost with
Okay.
Titus.
So yeah, you all are all on top of Ghost alongside Titus and Hansi. You and Nox are both on atop Boo Boo. I still hate you. But you all are
Hey.
on top your boulette named Boo Boo. On your way
short for
to your
Bucephalus.
on your way
Yeah,
over.
sorry.
Sorry.
Short for Bucephalus.
Oh, for Bucephalus? What?
Yeah, Bucephalus, boo boo.
Oh, okay.
I'm making it worse, I know.
I'll try to understand the reference later. Um, But okay, so are there any conversations that happen atop either Bucephalus or Ghost?
Well, I know Bunny won't stop talking, but whether or not anybody is engaging with her is debatable because it's not even full thoughts. She's just basically saying the same things over and over again. I can't believe we did that. I can't believe I did magic and it was really helpful. Just nonstop.
Um, I think Ainira would probably ask you. So you've said that you aren't from here, right?
Yeah, not really. I mean, I'm from nearby, but that's uh not really the same thing. Uh,
What's nearby?
oh, I'm just I I'm kind of just from the woods. Kind of just lived in the woods.
You're a hermit.
Yeah, 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 definitely. Um, that's not super important though. Definitely
Well,
the least interesting thing about me is where I
Completely
come from.
random point.
So,
If anybody wants to make an inside check at any point, you could
yeah, I
just
was
tell
gonna
me you want to
say.
do that.
Hey, about that.
You could just tell me you want to do that. You don't have to you don't have to specifically wait for me to tell you you can make one. You could just ask me if you can make one.
Yeah,
So
can you
yeah.
do an insight check?
Um Bunny, you can
hmm
GM roll me whichever one you'd prefer. Either a
okay.
persuasion or deception roll. And Ionira, you can GM roll me an insight check.
I forgot how to do that.
Yeah.
I
There
lied.
should be
No.
like a little toggle above in like a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
hotbar above.
yeah. I think I
How
clicked
do
on it.
I
Should be fine.
how do I tell it specifically to do
A
one of
GM
the
roll?
roles? Well, I've typed out the thing for GM role, but then how do I like
Oh,
tell
so
it
on your
whether I want it?
character sheet, so you don't have to actually type it out on the in the chat. On your character sheet, you should be able to
Oh,
just scroll down and click insight.
I see. I see.
Or no,
Oh,
For
you're rolling either
yeah.
persuasion or deception. You don't have to tell me which one. You just roll it. Okay.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, can I hear them talking too?
Uh,
I
I
don't know if Ghost is flying or
you
walking.
would probably. How high up? I don't know. Let's see.
I
Hold on.
thought that we said before that Ghost was just walking
Yeah.
alongside, and I'm definitely not trying to be quiet.
So
So
Titus. You well, not Titus. Uh, yes, Titus. What? Titus is flying.
I am Titus right now.
Is flying Ghost still, and is flying about 16 feet into the air. His rustling of his wings are a little bit hard to hear. What is your passive perception?
Uh, passive perception 18.
18? Not that hard. So yeah, go ahead and roll me a GM rolled insight.
Okay.
I may or may not have good news, but maybe Titus will be joining us surprisingly in
Yeah, I know.
45 minutes.
They also just sent me a DM
I
about that.
know.
45 minutes. Hold it
I'm
thank
starting. I'm
God.
starting the timer, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
out. Okay. Thank you for that. Reese, you should be able to do this as well. If you go to your character sheet, you should be able to just click on Insight, and it'll automatically roll. It'll automatically roll it for you. You don't have to use the chat to like type in commands.
Yeah.
But
All
all
right.
and there should be a hotbar above where your sheet says, where it says like public G to GM, advantage, normal, disadvantage, and then core, bio, and spells. If you just click to GM, it'll send me private rolls.
Oh, all right.
Okay. So with that, Ionira, she seems to be telling the truth. Nothing really
How
pick up.
dare you not?
It's she seems nervous and she seems anxious, but you can't really tell if that's from lies or if that's from just the sheer adrenaline that she's gained from killing the Bahir.
Okay.
It's all the bloodlust.
I don't think you even got injured. I don't. Did you?
No,
No,
blood,
but she
no,
did
blood,
slay it.
Oh, the adrenaline.
exactly. The other
Okay,
kind
I
of
got.
bloodlust, where you, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got. I'm
She
here.
burned
I'm
you
here.
through the throat, just like probably just like ranting about I threw a fireball into its throat and it just burned alive.
Yeah, 100% just verbally replaying.
I don't know. I feel like I thought maybe you were, where maybe I don't know. I'm from. I feel like you got some special things, and I point at your ears, like I feel,
Also,
you know.
Nux, you gain the same kind of vibe.
Okay.
I mean, my mind powers come from, just nature and stuff. So, I mean, if you're from any kind of place where there's a lot of nature, then I mean, really, the whole world has the magic of nature in it. So, even if we aren't from like geographically the same location, maybe we're just pulling from the same sort of source.
See, I was talking about planes, but sure, geolocations.
Planes. I was gonna make a joke about airplanes, but those don't exist.
What's an airplane?
Just something I thought of where it would be really cool if I don't know, I was
I know
just
you
thinking and I was like,
me-
what if
mechanic.
there was like a mechanical bird that could fly really high, but
I feel
you
like
don't
that
know
would be
what those
kind of
are, so.
interesting.
Right? Oh my, okay, wow. I have some things to tell you about them.
Oh dear lord.
I'm
We're
just
inventing planes
riding
in this
Boo Boo
campaign.
and just,
Okay.
keeping my eyes on the road.
Okay.
Nature-wise, I'm literally made out of seasons.
Like you have, I'm guessing, just a guess from your appearance, the power of spring or something? Or is it like all seasons?
I can have all seasons. I just
Wow.
prefer spring. It's
That's
less
really
gloomy.
cool.
Depending on my emotions, when I'll wake up, I'll be a different season.
That's kind of how it is with me and animals, except for I always choose bunny related things because I like them, which
So
is,
you could wake up with different ears.
if I wanted to, then yes, definitely.
I don't bunnies.
Hmm?
They're tiny and fragile, and granted, they're adorable, but just one squish. You know?
I mean, that's kind of could be true of everything, not just bunnies, but like, I mean, just think of that here. Sure, we killed it, but I mean, one false move and like, what? I mean, what if it had like eaten one of us? It totally was like wrapped around Hansi. What if it just decided to eat him?
Well, wait until you meet a dragon.
Have you met a dragon?
Um, eh, you know, they're not
I don't.
uncommon.
They're well. I That doesn't answer the question of whether or not you met one, though.
Well, we don't know each other enough to
Oh, okay, yeah,
just
no,
rant about dragons.
that's
But I
true.
hear Titus has amazing dragon stories. Don't you, Titus?
Yes, Titus, tell us all about tell us all about
I just
the dragons
imagine
you met.
Titus like grunting and being like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not getting involved.
No, it seems more. It seems more. Oh no! Clearly you're more adventure. Your adventures are more endearing. I'm assuming.
I'm just a tea shop worker. What can I say?
Yeah.
Wait, really? Do you like own it? That sounds like wonderful. That sounds really
Actually,
cool.
that is a good question that I keep forgetting to ask. Who owns it now? I'm
Who
assuming
what?
not owns it. The tea shop, the tea
Oh,
enterprise.
you know that the entire conflict that came about was because the ownership was transferred
Okay,
to the
great. That's what I was thinking, and I kept
yeah.
forgetting to ask. Okay. Um, I mean, I don't work there anymore, but once upon a time, I made tea.
That is that the end of that? Is that the end of that? Sorry, I got like a hairball caught in my throat or something. Uh,
I
is
didn't
that
know
the end of that
horses had
story?
hair.
You made, huh?
Huh?
Hmm?
What?
What?
Don't worry about it.
Alrighty. So with that, no more. I'm assuming you said Hansi and Nox don't really have a conversation together anyway. They're kind of just writing silently. Nox just kind of earing at the conversation.
Yes. Or yeah.
I think Knox is busy listening
Busy
to the
eavesdropping.
conversation. I'm busy trying to keep my eyes on the road and getting home.
Okay. So you all eventually uh venture past the Sunspire where you all had first met. And eventually make your way a a clearing. Well, a large clearing with trees kind of flaked about. But off in the distance, rolling amongst the hills, you can see a city. A city in ruin, but a city built upon the ruins of once was an older city. As you come to this, as you come about to the a city of Akan, uh, make perception checks. Those who want to. Nox and Hansi, you two don't have to because you probably already know this. But if you want to, uh, Ionira and Bunny can.
um, is Titus gonna do it, or can Titus give advantage or something?
Titus can give advantage.
Do you want it, Bunny?
You can have it.
Balls.
unless
All right.
unless you want me to have
Bunny
it,
with
I'll
her
have it.
8 perception. No, you can do with advantage.
You
I'll
know
do
what?
it.
I
I'll
think
do
I'll.
it with advantage.
I mean, it's up to you.
Well, you talked me into it.
Perfect.
Okay. So on a just to find out. Okay. Um on a 22 to perception and an 18, both of them are fine. You can definitely tell that this city um is under new management. And you could definitely tell that by the sheer fact of it looks like there once was a city that looked not unlike the cities you're both used to. But this seems to be a city in ruin, and from those ruins seems to be the general theme seems to be built what looks to be the general themes of the Latuko people. Like they brought this ruined city back to life with their own kind of image. As you can see, stone walls are broken and dotted across this wall that encompasses the city. But where there are holes, there are wooden spires that kind of just poke out like logs that they've sharpened up into little spikes poked about. The main castle that you could see poking out from the walls seems in ruin, and there seems to be all sorts of cranes and what looks to be one of the main towers of of the castle seems to be completely replaced out of wood. Um, but there are still bits and remnants of what of what the castle once was. And as you all begin to enter the city, you can see amongst the lively menagerie of people, there seems to be all kinds there seems to be these buildings that too have been dotted about that look like the remnants of a more industrial civilization that have been broken down and into ruin and replaced with something more traditional, tribal, something more built with sticks and wood than cobblestone and cement. Let me get some Let me get some tunes just for for just the vibes. Let me see if that'll.
Welcome home, beautiful people.
Well, yeah. Welcome home, Hansi. So yeah. Let me just village vibes.
This is really nice.
It changed a bit.
Yep.
As you all continue, you could see it's not as crowded as normal cities you're both used to again, but there are still some people that look that with the same. You could see Hansi fits right in with all of these people, as they all have the same general aesthetic as him and his siblings have had. As a few kind of wander the streets, you can see another boulette kind of shuffling along at a slower pace. Behind it seems to be this like trail of grass that seems to just cut up grass that just seems to be leaving behind a massive trail in the pathway. Hansi, you know this to be how they kind of pave the roads. Instead of making it out of a whole new set of dirt, they just smother the first layer with grass and just let dead grass be the pathway. But you know this place to be just at home, as everything seems to be going about in order. The sight of a blue drake is kind of alarming, especially, and kind of you get like distant eyes just shit, it's like back as people like have a bit of alarm, especially with the Bahir, which hasn't been informed about its death. But you all venture in. I believe, Hansi, your siblings would also be there. Just verify. The two siblings that you had encounter you in the Bahir fight, Futhi and Jabu, who had been both accompanying you back to the city to alert the city and its people about the recent defeat of the Bahir. Though they would have stayed behind to the Fulani city instead to warn that city, as it was more of a central city to the Latuko people. Nevertheless, you all venture into the city. It's lively. There seems to be market vendors and all kinds of different shops and different buildings that seem to be for both housing and for general work. The city is yours.
All right. Well, welcome to my city. And
Which
I
one's
just-
yours?
This is the city of my people. I wish it was my city, but it's just the city of my people. And make yourselves at home, since you guys are heroes. I try to get someone to take care of Boo Boo, to make sure that she's well fed and well maintained, because she had to go through a lot of stuff.
Okay. In the northern part of the city, there are places to house your bullets, just to stay when they're not grazing out in the fields. So yeah, you would be able to just send Bulani off. What? No. Mixing up a names. You would be able to send Boo Boo off to the to that northern area. You're both walking on foot, and I'm assuming, Ionira and Bunny, are you two stepping off of ghosts, as they kind of have to come down to a lower level at a walking pace to kind of make it through the city?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. So you both come off as Ghost kind of clutters to the ground and kind of surveys everything. He has a sense of alertness on, but you see Titus almost like pats the side of this pat to the side of his head and seems to remain on top of Ghost just for reassurance and comfort. As he kind of just hisses and slowly begins to follow you all along.
So, where to? What should we do?
Well, I'd say let's celebrate and see what's going on in the city. And let me guide you through the city, and hopefully we'll all have fun.
Sounds great.
Is that Laverne? Oh, I forgot his name. Let me find it.
Come on, Knox, don't be shy.
I'm not.
Lysander. See, I was
Definitely
really
am
close.
not.
Is he here? Around here? I'd like to have a quick chat.
With Reese?
No, Lysander. Is he
The Thunder.
normally here?
I have no idea. Well, let's find out.
Mhm.
Ask around if Latander's in the city.
Make an investigation check with advantage, because you're one with the people.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Investigation check. Sorry about that. Come on, buddy. Alright.
You did that on GM roll, just to let you know, but I'll still keep it. On a dirty 20. You are quite easily you know your way around the city. Sorry, I'm doing something real quick here. You know your way around the city. You've been here. These are, as I've said like probably 3 times, these are your people. You would hear that Vander hasn't been around today. Seems that he's more traveled off western rather than moving east towards the Akan city.
Well, looks like Lathander is moving westward. He's nowhere to be found here. But if I
course
hear
he
something,
isn't.
I'll let you know.
Well, for now, we may as well just have fun, right?
Definitely.
I'll elbow Titus and let's get you some ale, right?
He gives like a knowing nod.
Wow, you're
and you
really
see-
quiet today, Titus.
He gives an. I'm not going to roleplay Titus for Titus, okay?
I know, I'm sorry.
Titus gives like a knowing nod, like and then Ghost kind of just rears up, like. He seems to have. He
maybe I
seems to
can
have
give
the
you
same
ale
kind of
too.
stoic, like
Oh,
no, like the very stagnant no as he has before.
yeah, we'll get you some ales too. You'll see what you're missing.
He kind of
Aw,
hisses
come
a
on,
bit.
Ghost.
He almost he has the same kind of motherly protection that he did before. Just like the most stagnant, like no, kind of look on his face.
Well, let's get those drinks then. Let's head to the nearest pub or drinking establishment.
Okay. So yeah, let me put your guys. Let me just give you guys a visual of where you guys are at the moment on the map. Ship it down. Ship it. Ship it do. Ship it da. Okay. So you all are just entering the city from the western side of the city, and you would be able to easily just direct them over to a building over here that is kind of just like the local tavern area. You kind of walk in. You walk in, and helming the inn is a larger kind of not human, more Minotaur-esque. He is like this big and burly Minotaur figure, who seems to just be tending to some of the patrons at the bar table, but there are different tables scattered about that seem to be open. It's still midday, so not really anybody's done with work or in the or as lively as the tavern would be at night at later times. But do you guys go up to like the bar tables right away, or do you guys go off to the side, like a round table or something?
What are we gonna do with Ghost? He's just gonna hang out outside?
Yeah, he kind of peeks his head. You see Ghost kind of just like peek his head in, and the Minotaur who's tending to some patrons kind of notices and is like, hey, no, sorry, no dragons. We're not dealing with that.
Is there a
Technically,
window
he's not a
on
dragon.
the side?
I don't care what he is. Oh, hi.
What do you mean you don't care what he is? He's Ghost.
No, super large beasts, please. No big fucking lizards in my tavern.
Can't.
The
You
bull
said
in a
what
china
about a
house,
big-
and I'm saying that knowingly.
Hold up. You were gonna speak to him politely, first of all.
See, now you're not so quiet anymore, Titus.
No.
So yeah.
He
Well,
crossed the line.
Welcome back, Kate.
I can.
Would everybody?
Whoa.
So yeah, long story short, you guys have made your way to the city of Akan, one of the cities of the Latuko people, and are currently trying to find a place to celebrate. But there's this big and burly Minotaur at the other side of the bar table, who's being very adamant about the fact that Ghost is not allowed in it. Is not allowed, and he's like, "Listen, I mean no disrespect, but it's literally a bull in a china house, except for, and I'm knowing that willingly, saying that. But just
I was about to.
Yeah,
was
I
just
know.
raising my finger to him.
Anzi, shush. No dragons, please. You
Can
also
he
you
wait
also know
outside?
this
Where-
patron.
Where can I put him?
He can
maybe
stay.
he's
He
rather
can stay
long.
outside. We have a little. You see, there's like a patio area as you walk in. He says, "We have a patio area. If you want to sit outside and just have him, we can serve him, just not in here. I don't even think he can physically enter here." As you
Alright,
can
I
see,
can
like he's
find
barely
a-
able to peek his head in.
Okay, fine. I can live with that. As long as he can sit on the patio.
No, not sit on the patio. He can like sit beside the patio as you all dine on the table, but not. But
Okay.
please, and thank you.
I will try my
I'll
best.
have Laudna come and tend to you in a second.
What?
Yeah, how about
Not
some
that Laudna,
drinks for the heroes?
Nope. Literally the first name off the top of my head. You know Laudna to be just a general barmaid, human, fits around, kind of doesn't really stick out of the crowd, but one of the different people who have taken up a job in here and is working as a barmaid. So yeah, you all sit outside at this like larger round table. You might have to have Laudna come over and like connect a few, and like push over and like connect a few of these tables, so that you can all sit together. But yeah, you all sit down, and she looks to all of you and she says, "Hello, can I get any of you anything to drink, or something to eat? Do you need time to look at the menu?"
He would be great.
Yeah.
Tea, you said?
I don't know about you, but I need a drink.
Oh, I said whiskey.
Whiskey. At the mention of whiskey, you can hear just a from Ghost, just like a little bit of like a
Hey.
hiss, like he's a little mad
You-
about that option.
He looks up at him. Hey, we earned one drink from the fight. and I will get you one too.
Make his persuasion check.
Let's go.
Just make
Wrong
it.
thing.
You
Ah,
gotta
habits.
persuade your own family.
This is Ghost with
Of
the
course I
person.
do.
Sorry?
One.
So on an 8, he just looks at you, just like he looks at you with this very stern, motherly look that you have seen all too much since yesterday. But
You
he
just see
just
him just sigh heavily and go, "Can I have some tea, please?"
Wait, why don't we find a middle ground for you? Maybe just something a little bit less hard than whiskey. Like, how about a bottle of wine for the table?
This goes to
a
prove
bottle of
wine.
wine is probably achievable, but it's gonna cost you. It's a rarity
How
out here.
much?
It is 10 gold a bottle.
Okay, that's more than I thought it would be. Never mind.
We don't get a lot of coin out here. I will also
No, that's
like to
fair.
add something I didn't mention is that everybody gets whatever coin they got in their backstory times 4,
Oh.
Okay.
or their background. Sorry.
Okay.
Times 4.
Well then, never mind. I will take a bottle of wine for the table.
I can split the
Okay.
cost. I don't mind.
Really?
Sounds good.
I
How
also
many
don't
glasses
mind.
How many glasses would you all
Yeah.
like for the wine? I got
There's
2,
5 of us, right?
5. Everybody want one?
He also
You want
would like
6?
Ghost.
Sure, why
does
not?
Ghost take some? I want to see
Um,
what Ghost is like. Drink.
We have a dog bowl.
A dog bowl?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not really a
Just
dog
empty the
bowl.
rest
It
of the
more is
bottle
like a.
on his-
Well,
little
would be
pig
more
pen.
suitable.
We have a little like, we have stuff that we use to feed the bullets. If you want that, we can.
That would be better.
That will be more than a bottle to fill up, and probably not a
I
lot.
can cover that. That is not a problem. I can get a
Probably
second.
be like 3 bottles. It's a big
I'm
thing.
gonna
It's
get
like
him-
a big like pig
I
thing.
will get him one bottle because he is restricting my drinking.
Okay. So 1 bottle for you, for Ghost. 1 bottle for the rest of you. 5 glasses and a pen and a little bin.
Yep.
Yes,
Sounds
sir.
good.
Ma'am.
I'll get that for you shortly. Does anyone else want anything to eat, or would you like to wait for it?
I'm
Get
waiting
something
for
to
the
eat.
beast later, if that's happening.
A beast.
I believe
beast?
we were.
I believe we were promised a feast by Fonzie's older sister, but I might not be remembering that correctly.
You remember correctly, but 2 things. One,
But this
Futhi said that
person
Futhi said specifically, probably fine dining, because the Behir isn't really that. But also, Laudna wouldn't know about that because that happened an hour ago.
Okay, yeah. No, that makes sense. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't remembering.
No, you're fine.
Well, so apparently there's going to be a feast later tonight because I and my esteemed friends here, my new esteemed friends here, all took on the task of fighting the Behir, and we won.
Oh, that's. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay.
It's local heroes here. Thank you.
Yeah.
So maybe that bottle. should
Fancy
be
you.
free, or
You
at
you
least
helped
one of
out
them.
too.
Yes. Why doesn't everyone believe me?
Well, you know your magic was a little bit of a chaotic, but okay, never mind. I will.
You did
Get you those
really,
drinks.
really well in the fight.
I'm sure he was. And she kind of steps back and walks back inside.
You get no respect in this town. I mean, I love
Well,
this town,
maybe
but
you'll
you know,
have some now.
hopefully, yeah.
You know, if they believe you.
Don't act
They
like this
don't
wasn't
believe
written into
you.
your.
Even-
Don't act like you didn't write this into your character sheet, Hansi.
Do they not believe you even though we left that big carcass out in that field?
It's been an
Oh,
hour,
they
so
believe it.
nobody even knows about it
Yeah.
yet.
See it soon enough.
I don't know. How busy was the bar And the patio, just out of curiosity.
There were probably like 3 or 4 tables, but the patio is very empty. 3 or 4 tables that were filled up, probably by some groggy people waking up from only just now waking up from a drunken stupor from last night, or maybe just a few people who were also just trying to get a meal. But the patio is empty.
Sure, we can make sure that the great tales of our beast slaying is well known. I can be quite loud when I want to be.
What's your
I
plan?
don't
Are
know
we
how
just
to
gonna
take that.
loudly brag about it?
No, but if you, it's the way that you tell the story. It's, you know. Did
I
you
sure hope
hear?
don't have
What?
Oh,
a personal interest in here, Titus?
What do
Also,
you mean?
Kate, there's the city. I forgot that I hadn't turned your perspective to that yet.
I appreciate you. You are fun.
You know, you do have to redeem yourself.
I wasn't gonna talk about myself, so
Alright, just checking.
I will be perfectly fine. This isn't about me. This is about Hansi getting the respect he
Well.
deserves.
We did absolutely nothing, so both of you, and I'll put it Hansi and Bunny, you know, deserve the fame and glory of your slaying. And Nox, I feel like you healed very needlessly. Neededly. Wrong word.
We all
Sounds like an
deserve
insult.
the.
So
I know, I
Fuck
didn't
you!
mean it.
Yeah,
I didn't-
just Titus
I
just
was
looks at her like, dude, what the fuck?
I said needingly, but leave me alone. Christ's sake.
No, you started this.
I stumbled into my words. Will you please?
We all
It's been a long
deserve the
day.
glory. It's okay. It was a team effort.
I agree.
I
All
didn't
of
know.
us, well, all of us tried to do something. I think it just comes down to luck, in some respects at least. I mean, I know I got at least a little lucky.
Well,
I mean,
I
don't
think
get me wrong.
I think slaying the creature is a little bit more than luck, buddy, but that's just me.
Look, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little bit nervous about going down letting that boulder slide down the hill of self-confidence, because, you know, maybe I did kill one beast, and that's really cool, but what if it, you know, if I just go around like, oh, I'm the best, I can kill anything, and then
But we're not doing that. That's not at all what we're doing. We're just simply saying that we have done this town a great service. Are we not?
You know what?
You sure
That's
did.
fair. That is different.
so what are you guys gonna do now that your slaying times are done and victory is yours? And
Oh,
after you know,
wow.
waking up Mako.
I don't know. I think we should see what's going on and see what other things are around. Cause I don't know about you, but I love this city. I love this town, but there's a big world out there. I want to see it.
Really?
Do you though?
Sure, why not?
Scary times out there.
Well,
Scary times here.
everything's scary, so you know, you
Okay.
either face it or you run from it, or I don't know. But staying still, it's not an option. Yeah, it's an option, but you know what I mean.
What about you? Where are you gonna go?
I'll give a nice side eye to Titus.
We are heading to Memento while I'm looking at the notes to make sure I get the right place. We're heading to Everafta.
Avira Efteria.
Everafteria, thank you so much. I can't read today, apparently. We're looking for a dragon.
I
Oh,
can't read and I
like,
can't talk. I can't word, so this is rough.
what are you looking for a dragon for?
Suicide mission.
It's not a suicide mission. You don't say that part out loud.
Oh, sorry. Not a suicide
Hey,
mission.
Thank you.
But it is a suicide mission.
It is not a suicide mission.
You said we don't say that part out loud, which implies that you do
Because-
say it. Just quiet.
No, I don't say it because at the end of the day, it's either I do the thing or I die. So
That sounds like a
You do the
suicide
thing?
mission.
that's not a suicide mission for everyone else. It's just for me.
It's true.
What's the thing?
Well, what's the thing exactly?
Don't worry. Look, I just need to have discussions with this dragon, and then I will see what happens after that. That is all I need to do. I need to do it.
Do you know the dragon?
Yeah, he's a friend of ours.
No.
Oh.
Those are two very different answers.
Why would you say?
Yes.
Why would you lie to them? It's like asking if Ghost knows all dragons.
Yeah, doesn't he? I don't know. I know all dragons. You know me.
Oh yes, you know all the dragons. Absolutely, every single one of them.
Yeah. The dragon we're going to see, his name is George. He's pretty
I-
chill.
I feel like his name is not George. I think
It's actually Greg.
just a hunt. Now that sounds like a dragon's name. That I will believe.
Yeah,
actually.
listen. It's the G's. It's the G's. We've got Ghost. We've got Greg, who we need to visit.
And then we're going to see George. I mixed up the little, one at a time.
George
Common
is
mistake.
actually a red dragon.
Yeah,
And he's
George
gonna
would be a
talk.
red
Yeah.
dragon.
A red dragon?
Hey.
I don't know.
Red
I now
dragons aren't
can't
usually
tell
known
if
for
you are
talking.
making this as a joke or if you are saying this because your notes are mixed up.
No,
It's
we're-
100%
we're
a
joking
joke.
Around. Yeah,
We are 100% joking.
Sounds good. Again, inside checks are open. You guys could just tell me if you want to make an inside check whenever.
I mean, I feel like
Yeah, I
feel
think I
like
need to get that.
Okay.
I will get it on that.
Okay.
Too.
So, whoever wants to make inside checks can do so as a GM roll, and I guess Ayanira and Kate, whoever wants to, can GM roll me either persuasion or deception, based on how you think you are going about this. Are you trying to persuade them? Are you trying to deceive them? And you can
Okay.
GM roll me that.
Okay, I think I've got it.
Or either one of you can do that with advantage, or if you want to. Like either two
Listen,
of you
it's up-
separately,
it-
or one of you with advantage.
It's up to you if you want advantage. But
I'll
I don't
take
want
it.
to brag, but I
Okay.
give good advantages.
I mean, I will take the advantage always.
Perfect.
Okay, let's make sure that it's going to the thing, and I'll take it.
Okay. Yeah. Bunny and Hansi. For all you know, yeah, there's probably a red dragon named George, or
Damn it.
something around those lines. Something. It seems more like Titus seems more jokingly, but also with like the help of Mace. With the help of Mace, it almost seems more. It seems rather convincing. There might be a red dragon named Maze. You don't know. Or not Maze.
Bunny
There might be a red dragon named. I'm getting all of these names mixed up.
George.
With the help of Ayanira, there might be a red dragon named George.
Bunny just pulls out her journal and you can hear her muttering under her breath. Somewhere there's a red dragon named George as she writes that down in her journal.
Oh my gosh.
So hey, if you're up for adventures and you're not against a suicide mission, that's not
It's
a suicide mission.
God, just stop. If you keep saying it, then it's gonna happen. So just don't say it out loud.
I also feel like if you're going to actively recruit people to join you, you probably don't want to call it a suicide mission. 'cause
Well, people
I
need to
would
know what
have
they're
been
getting
super
into.
interested, but
Okay.
okay,
I'm
actually,
pretty
never
sure.
mind, that's a good point.
However, announcing that you were going to meet a dragon is kind of significant. So I feel like that says enough about the seriousness of the task itself.
Yeah,
That's
I
also
don't really
very
need
true.
to say You're not real.
I think you were
That
very
sounded really
quiet. I don't know if
muffled.
anyone heard that.
Yeah, I did
No,
not
no,
understand that.
I was mumbling anyway, so you're fine. Like my
Okay,
character
sounds
would have been
good.
mumbling. Don't worry, don't worry.
Perfect.
Method act.
Everyone's named George.
I mean, are you two? Do you two have plans?
Going
Me?
back
No.
to your hermit life.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, definitely. Well, not a hermit anymore. I've been out traveling for a while now, so, I actually really don't know where I'm heading after this, so, I don't know. Maybe I could come with, at least for a little while.
Well,
Oh,
you know,
stay-
this should be
let's-
relatively fast. If you think
Yeah,
about it.
stay on this town or meet a dragon named George. I'll take door number 2.
Well, no. We're
Not
not meeting
Greg.
George the dragon. We're meeting a
We're
different
meeting Greg.
dragon.
Yeah.
What's that dragon's name?
Well, now I need. Okay, now I need. I cross out where I wrote we're going to be the dragon named
Auntie!
George. Like, what?
Auntie!
Yes. Yes.
You, off in the distance, past the patio, you hear a distant voice of a child. Hansi, you immediately recognize that voice and turn instinctively, and racing up to the patio, you see a young boy, kind of this long black hair tied up in like different dreads that are held together by this kind of wrapping around his head. This is your brother Inyani, I think is the correct name. Inyani. This is your second youngest brother. As he runs up to the, still 18, but still with like this very very childish personality. As he runs up, and just like Hansi, as he looks at Ghost, and he's just like, Hansi. He just jumps onto the railing and just looks over, kind of holding himself by wrapping his arms around the railing as he looks at you. He's like, "Did you beat that? Did you kill that Bahir?"
We did. We all did.
Holy
It was
shit!
all Hansi. He did all of it. He was very, very impressive.
I literally just found out because Futhi was just told me I don't know how she was able to tell me that, but she told me that like it was just recently. She just stopped by the house. That's and now you have this? Did this thing is this the Bahir? Hi.
No, this
As he
not
just
the
looks,
Bahir,
as he
this
just
is-
points the ghost, and he's just hi.
This,
He's not
this
a
is-
Bahir. His name
He's
is
not a
Ghost.
Bahir. His name is
Kind of
Ghost.
looks like a Bahir.
Just doesn't
Okay.
look like a Bahir.
Hi,
Well,
not
maybe
Bahir.
not.
Ghost? Hi,
Ghost.
Ghost. Ghost kind of
This
just
is
looks
my-
down.
this
He's
was a
looking
brother
down
in
with
the-
the most nuisance face on his head. As he's just looking down at his, just eyeing this child.
Titus is giving him a look like, be nice. We are being polite here.
As he just, as you can see him almost like visibly roll his eyes and then turn down to the child, to Inyani as he looks. Oh shit. That's amazing. Jeez,
Yeah.
he's not gonna eat me, is he?
Well, if you behave,
he
maybe he
might.
won't.
He has the most deep-set fear in his eyes. His eyes just go. Cool. I just wanted to check in and say hi, and also, just wanted to see how it was. Okay. I'll
Yeah, well,
see you.
me and my
I'll see you in the
companion.
house. Are you coming home tonight?
I don't know. We'll see. Depends
Okay,
on the
could you just
festivities.
stop by? Cause Mom was like really worried, cause you didn't really tell her where you were going, and like Jabu had to come back home and and let her know, cause like nobody you didn't tell anybody. And Igama,
okay.
was Igama with you?
You didn't tell your mother?
Stop. I will. I will go home and see Mom and.
Okay. Do you know where Igama is? Cause he was also gone. the entire night.
Oh,
Oh.
he's at the cabin at Nox's cabin, right?
Yeah, he's at
Nox-
Nox's cabin. He's okay.
Oh, how far away is that? Because, like, I haven't seen you around. As he points to Nox.
So whiles away.
Okay. I'll just let Mom know. Alright, well,
Yeah, I'll come visit her.
okay, I should probably get back to Mom anyway, great catching up. Good job on the pee here. He's like backing away with like an eye on Ghost as he just looks. He's still got like a stern expression on his face. He's just looking at him. He almost seems to be playing into the joking threats that you've made. But he's like, want to catch up? Make sure you check on Mom. Bye.
Yep.
And he runs off.
I will. Nice,
Some
Ghost.
stretches.
Your
He's a-
siblings
he's
are
a
all
good
really
kid.
nice.
Yeah, they're mostly nice. They're good people. I gotta see my mom, see what's up with her and all that. She isn't feeling very well of late, so I have to report to her.
Do you want me to take a look? I know a bit of magic. I might be able to help.
I would certainly
Oh, look at his
appreciate it.
Mom, Titus.
What are
You're
you
just
gonna-
being weird about it. Oh my god.
It kind of is weird if you're gonna like scry at her or something. If she's like next door, then Hansi could just go.
I was just gonna offer healing. Heaven forbid. He mentioned his mom wasn't feeling great. God, y'all are being weird.
No, I'm not.
No. Y'all are.
Hansi, make a history check. Real quick. Just real quick.
Yes. Let's make a history check. Give me 1 second.
Are you like closing and opening your character sheet each time?
Kind of. And I fail
I
miserably.
think you've tried on a 4. Not that hard, but it's still like you think you've tried magic, but you're not entirely sure.
Oh, anything that can help my mom will be certainly appreciated.
Oh, what kind of
Thank you
things?
for the offer, Titus.
Of course.
Like a Mako sick? Like cursed? Or like cough cursed? Sick.
No, she's not under a spell.
Fair enough.
What does she have, I guess?
Cancer. Sorry.
She's
You wouldn't even be able
she's
to know that.
old. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not a healer,
It's the
so
vibe.
if you could take a look, that would be great.
You would know that it's the grueling illness that is time that is taking her.
Yeah, she's old, man. I mean, and has a lot of, 9 kids. So, but if you can help her, I would really appreciate it. I'll be in your debt.
Sorry for joking earlier. Now I feel bad.
It's okay, bunny. You didn't know.
All right, here are your drinks. As Ladna comes back out, sets down a wine casket, and you can see moving around the patio, the Minotaur bartender kind of just sets down this large bin as Ladna with another bottle in hand just uncorks it and begins pouring from atop the balcony. As Ghost just looks down at it, just watching it trickle all down. She finishes and she says, "Right, well, that will be 5 gold apiece."
Yep.
He'll hand over his.
She didn't notice. Discount. Thank you for the beer. She takes the 5 gold and walks away.
Oh, thank you. That was really sweet.
Thank you.
So,
I don't want to call him Mr. Bull because he'll get upset. So
Nox, are you feeling all right?
I have a question. What is wine?
It's a
oh, my
drink.
friend, you're in for
Freedoms.
You would
Take
know
a
what
sip.
You're in
wine
for a
is.
treat.
No,
Yeah,
don't.
he's-
Don't.
You would
No,
know what
just-
wine
just-
is, Nox.
Just take a drink, Nox. It's okay. Just take a drink.
No, he can't. Don't tell him to drink if he doesn't know what it
The
is.
forbidden
It's
cherry
terrible.
fruit flavor.
It's juice that'll make you feel good.
All right.
Sure.
He
Basically,
proceeds
yes.
to drink it like water.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
no.
yes. Slow down. No, no,
There
no.
is a
Yes.
strong tang to it. You have seen it be consumed. You've never had it yourself, but you drink it like water, and there's like a sharp grape flavor to it, and it's like very strong. As you almost like pull back pull back the glass.
He makes a real scrunched up face. It doesn't taste very good.
Well, it
Well,
gets
hang
you
on,
drunk
hang on.
really fast.
I just will take
Just
a
wait.
drink. What is the quality of this wine?
You take a taste of it. It tastes aged. It's a little bit. There's a little bit of. It still tastes good. It's just like it seems like it's been set out for a bit. Nobody really seems to be wanting to spend 10 gold on a bottle.
Maybe let
So
it
it's
breathe.
not. There's not. So it's been out for a bit.
Breathe.
Uh,
It's breathed too much. We gotta put the top back on so it can kind of like age a little bit more.
I don't know what. I don't
let
know
it
why.
breathe.
I'm 18.
Funny.
You're fine.
Funny
It's all
is,
good. I don't either. So we're just gonna wing it. We're just gonna make it older. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, I think
No.
I think wine has a grape flavor.
It
You
depends
guys
on
are
the. It's fine.
Kids,
I'm a
okay.
good child.
Just you take your wine, and I will just take the little. What's the core? I guess the tiniest part of the wine glass, and just shake it around with my pinky out. And
Okay.
then I'm like, now you can drink it.
Oh, was I supposed to? Is that how you
Fancy.
get better flavor?
Yes.
Well, it
It's-
tastes a bit less like it's been in a box for years.
They keep
Also-
liquids in boxes.
sometimes.
Oh,
Casks,
Also, if you drink it
actually,
too
like
fast,
huge.
it'll make you sick. So you gotta be careful.
Just take a tiny sip. Like you're
Alright.
watering your lips.
he
You want
takes
to breathe in through
yeah.
your nose as you're sipping, so you can kind of get the full air aeration with the flavor.
This seems really complicated to drink something.
It doesn't have to be
That's
that
okay.
complicated. You're just gonna go
We're going
slow.
full sommelier.
Nox, you can
Just
make a
don't
history
swing it
check if
fast
you want to.
and yeah.
What?
You can make a history check if you want to.
All right. Let's see if I.
On a
I'm
10,
mediocre.
you know that you've seen it be consumed, very much like water, and you know there are some bits of it within the cottage that still remain even a year after an event, but you've never actually tried it. I don't know if you've actually tried it, but yeah, you've seen it drank like water, so you're not entirely sure.
And then he suddenly goes, "Oh, I remember this stuff. My dad drank it a lot,
Oh,
but he was with friends, so he said it was all right then."
well, you're with friends, so you can drink it then.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll like pet Nox on his head.
Bottoms up, pal.
All right.
Listen, I've been around. I'm old. Just, you know, remind me of
cuz.
some kids I met.
You've seen some things.
I've seen some things. It's all good. I'm a little scared now. I'm traumatized.
Titus, you can see Ghost off on the side, kind of just take like kind of like hesitantly lick into the bowl that has been provided, kind of like shakes it and just begins. Like it's been a minute, but he does seem to enjoy the flavor and just begins to to continue
He
drinking.
gives him a look of, yeah, that's what I thought. For day drinking. Mhm.
He gives you.
Gotta
Ethan sips
admit.
his wine.
And it's okay.
I've gotta admit, I
Stupid
didn't know wyverns could drink alcohol.
Well, why couldn't they?
Sometimes they get very picky.
Only the finest.
My father's wyvern preferred moonshine.
That
course he
sounds like
does.
the opposite of picky.
Oh
Moonshine.
no. This like had some like flowers in it. This wasn't just like your average moonshine that you see out.
This is city moonshine.
Oh.
This
This-
is
this-
rich people thing
Mhm.
Oh.
that some of us aren't lucky to have.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Your privilege got knocked down since
Funny, just take
say
a
you're
sip
one of
her
us
wine.
now.
Well, I am one of you, I would assume, unless you are asking me to leave.
No, I'm saying you're one of us, modest people of the society.
Oh. So sorry. It's fine, I will learn so many things, and then when I do eventually find my way back, I will be able to spread so much information amongst everyone.
I thought you were going on a suicide mission. I don't think you'll be able to tell people a lot of
Well,
things.
if
No,
we live,
it's not a
we'll be able
suicide
to.
mission. Someone just like refer to it as a suicide mission.
He hasn't said that it was. I've said it was.
Yeah. I've never said those words
Oh.
because it is not.
I know only one of you said it, but it just sounded so much like an admission of guilt that it's really hard not to believe it.
It's not my guilt. I have nothing to do with this. I'm just here for the fun, I guess.
He's gonna punch her in the arm.
Ow! I got 5 damage, don't just kidding.
Knocked out.
My bone popped. Oh, sorry.
Oh god!
That was
Roll a
a-
con
I'm gonna
save.
heal it and then punch her again.
No, stop! Never. Oh my god.
Oh, you.
Anyways. So there's a fest. There's a feast later.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard.
Is that
Should we-
before or after we check on Mako?
I figured we were gonna check on Mako, go check on Hansi's mom, and then go to the feast.
Yeah, is that around the same area?
Nox's cabin is all the way in the middle of the woods. Right?
Yeah, it would be some time before we got there.
And it's the
Well-
middle of the afternoon, or it just got to lunch?
It's like, it was around midday when you finished fighting the Bahir. It's slowly drifting off, but it's only been an hour, maybe 2 by now.
Would we have
Well-
time to go to the cabin and back?
You
Make
guys
a if you want to,
can
you
take
can make a
Tyler's
survival.
and-
You can make a survival check.
Me?
Whoever wants to see how well. Whoever's been to Nox's cabin, can roll a survival check.
I would assume that would be mean too.
Yes,
Yeah,
Nox,
so not us.
Hansi, and Bunny can do that. No,
It's
Nox,
fine.
you can't. You can't determine how long it would take
I
to get
don't
to your
know
own
where you
cabin.
live. Forgot where you live.
13. Yeah, it was a long journey it was a long journey. Okay, let me Hansi, you're still rolling GM rolls. Let me just fix that real quick just for you. Oh, you're not. What? Okay, you're not anymore.
No, just change it to public. It's okay.
So, Nox on the 13. You're not entirely sure. That was your first. That was probably one of the first trips you made that far. Into the Latuko tribes. But Hansi, you have traversed by Boulette for a bit. You have an understanding of how long it takes to get from ways to ways. Looking at the sun, You've been told it's like nighttime or like around that time when you normally have dinner. It would probably be about that time if you were if you went back to the Fort Talon estate and then made it all the way over to Knox's cottage just to check in, and then made it all the way back. Probably around that time, maybe a few minutes or maybe an hour at most late. But you'd be able to make it around that time.
I want to tell them how much it would take to go to Knox's cabin and then back, so they can make a decision.
Well, I definitely don't want to go to the feast without Mako, because he must be hungry. They must be hungry. If they're awake. But I don't know if it's been long enough for whatever is.
And you
hurting
can
them.
fly with Ghost and head to Knox's cabin and bring Mako with you. Probably will take shorter.
Maybe I can feed him even if, they're asleep. You just
You're gonna
spoon
force feed them?
Is that weird?
Kind of.
Well, I'll just save some maybe then. If they're not awake.
Probably a better idea than just putting food in their mouth while they sleep.
Well, they need to be hydrated.
the
at the
water's
very
a bit
least.
different from food when you can't chew.
Well,
Or are you gonna move their
You-
shelf with them?
you
could always chew it up. Mama bird say, yeah, we're on the same wavelength.
But it's fine. I guess I could do it the normal, unstrange way. I guess.
Is that normally how you feed another person?
That's normally how I feed Mako.
Oh,
No, I'm
Does
just
this
kidding.
happen a lot?
I don't know.
It's canon because they
I'm
can't
just worried.
interject.
Oh no.
no one is saying otherwise, so I'll believe it.
This is why
Well,
Oh, God damn it! I
mean-
just realized I was muted the whole time. Son of a bitch.
Oh no.
It's fine. Titus approves of this whole plan.
Oh man.
What about soup? Is soup okay?
Yeah, although I can just, not give him the chewy parts if there's chewy parts in the soups.
I mean, haven't they only been asleep for like several hours? That doesn't
If
feel
this-
like
if
a
this-
long
okay,
enough
this
span
is-
of
was able
time
to
to
sleep
justify.
And fall
They
off of
jumped
ghosts.
off,
This
yeah.
isn't just like he's taking a nap. Like, this is a concern.
So I feel like
Well-
they need to eat. Maybe eating will actually wake them up. When in the morning you wake up and you smell a nice cup of tea and you wanted to sleep in, but the tea just smells so nice and warm that you kind of wake up anyways just for the hell of it.
I feel like that happens exclusively when you're not put to sleep via magical means.
Well, spells have to end at some point.
Yeah, I've never heard of food undoing spells.
Thank
Maybe
you.
There's
Well, you've never
magic
been
food.
in town. Or met a fairy. Or a pixie.
To be fair,
Or
I've
hat.
never eaten behir meat, so that might, I don't know, maybe there's magic in it.
Maybe the
See?
electricity from the year.
Maybe
We'll shock
That would be
him a little.
very electrifying.
maybe the Behir did this, and the only way to remove that is by eating the Behir. You don't know.
I'm pretty
Nobody
sure
said
we
otherwise.
do know. Hansi's little brother cast a spell to detect what magic was on him, and
They're
I'm pretty-
18. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but- so
They could be wrong.
I don't know.
I mean, hey. I don't know. Mako does like food. I feel like if something's gonna wake him up, it's either that or the promise of a nice lady.
here's
Mhm.
now I have a very
true.
important question to ask you. Why do you want this so badly? Why are you specifically pushing to
That we feed our
this?
friend so that he doesn't starve.
It hasn't even been a day.
I'm really worried.
We've been traveling for a bit, and we've been lasting off of rations, so some food that is
They deserve-
non-rations
yeah.
would be great.
They deserve to eat. Maybe the illusion spell was actually just that efficient because they haven't eaten a proper meal in a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very confused.
I'm at a loss for words.
It's the wine, Nox. It's the wine.
It's
Don't
okay.
worry.
It's okay.
Well, I just never heard of food undoing spells, and then you're force feeding him when he can't chew, and oh, you know what? You guys got this. You know him.
Yeah, Bunny's just gonna down the remainder of her possible wine. Just fully giving up.
Alright, you know. Are you guys saying that you wouldn't want to be mama bird fed?
I'm 100%, let me be very clear if we're gonna be traveling together. I am 100% telling you that you better not.
You know what? I appreciate that. Thank you for telling us that. That way we don't run into something super awkward, like you waking up right as we're about to mama bird you.
Oh my god. Now if only Mako had had this conversation with you beforehand, everything would have been
We've
fine.
definitely had this conversation before.
You've had this
I
conversation
can't wait for Mako to come back and for Milo to come back and say, "Oh yeah, we canonically made it so that Mako gets bird feeded by Ionia on a daily basis. That is how they just eat their food."
Hey, we didn't say daily. It is circumstantial.
Emergency. Yeah. You're about to die. Like when you have a healing potion and you're like, oh, gotta make sure it's not poison. You kind of use it like as a mouthwash and then you just put it back in.
Rocks fall. Everyone
Usually
dies.
just drink them.
Not happening.
Time to start over.
Yeah,
Oh,
start
for
the
fuck's
campaign over. We've gone too far.
Ugh. Moving on.
I have to see my mother.
Yes,
Okay,
a
well
normal
then how
errand.
about while you do that, you can go with Titus. That way, Titus, you can do what it is you do, and I can go with Nox to his cabin, and we head back to wherever. Bunny, you can, pick a group or go
No,
wherever
I
you
get
like.
It doesn't matter. I'm
Bunny,
have
do you wanna
nothing to
come with
offer,
us?
so-
Do
Oh,
you
I
wanna
would love
do-
to. So
Okay.
wait.
Can I borrow Ghost? Pretty please. It'll go
You
fast.
have to ask him. You have to ask him.
Pretty please, Ghost. I'll make sure he doesn't drink
He gives like a
anymore
nod.
tonight. If you give me a nice slip.
He looks
hold
up.
on,
He
if
looks up with
I-
a bit of wine on it, with a little bit of wine trickling from his mouth, and he's just.
Thank you. What a good boy.
Of course he is. We already knew this.
I know, but every time he just impresses me of how much of a good boy he is.
All right. So let's do this.
Well, we can finish up the wine casually.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
isn't a race. We can sip your wine, enjoy the breeze for a suicide mission. Oh, I said that.
He's just gonna elbow her every time she says
Again with suicide mission.
It's just a
You're
permanent
too
bruise
cheerful.
on her ribs.
You guys are too cheerful for talking about a suicide mission, but hey, all good.
It's not a suicide mission. And I can keep saying that until I am Tealer in the face.
I
But-
mean, unfortunately for you, cheery can be by personality most of the time. So if you're about to travel with us, then unfortunately you're gonna have to deal with your cheerful way of acknowledgement of your pending doom.
I can deal with that.
sounds nice.
I can live with that.
Yeah, at least you'll die smiling.
Oh, that doesn't sound nice.
Okay, yeah, that kind of that. I was
It's okay,
with you
Bunny,
until
they're
you said it
kidding.
like that. Yeah, no, yeah. I'm just gonna let it. I'm just
I
gonna
was
let it go.
kidding.
literally the same conversation you had fighting the behir.
Yeah. I was just thinking that.
It's fine.
So are we gonna go? Or...
Did you finish your wine? And Titus just slams his.
Yeah, I also slam mine again.
I'm gonna make a constitution check to see how the wine's going.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
Baby's
Okay,
first
on a
It's
12.
alright.
Be fine. A little bit of there's slight bits of blurring, but it's not that often. You're fine.
Okay.
So where's Nox? You know where we're having the feast, right? Sort of. So we can meet back after.
Yeah, I would assume here.
Here,
I don't know.
Lindsay?
Let's meet back here.
Okay. Then we'll meet back here when all is done.
All right.
Ready,
Before
Ghost?
we go our separate ways, I walk over to Nox and I'm like,
Okay, this is very important. Please make sure that she doesn't mama bird feed her friend. That just sounds so bad.
Yep.
That-
He's gonna put a big thumbs up.
Okay, thank you.
good luck, soldier. Walk away.
Titus gives Ghost a couple more scratches before he's heading off.
All right. Okay. Just checking something real quick. Okay, so, Hansi and you said Titus, you're going to their family.
And
Yeah,
Bunny's coming.
with Bunny.
Yep, and
Oh, everybody's coming.
No, I can.
And then is
Yeah.
it just Bunny? And then it's just Bunny, Ionira,
No.
and Nox that are going off to the cottage.
Bunny's coming with Titus.
Yeah.
Bunny's going Titus.
Yeah, Bunny's
just me
coming
and
with
Nox.
Titus and me, and
Mhm.
Anira and Nox are going to the cabin.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so, Bunny, Ionira and Nox, as you two hop on to Ghost and take off. Hansi leads you all to to their house. Let me just move them away. You all make it over to this really standard two-story building. It seems like one of the ones left from the industrial city, but doesn't really seem to have that much woodworking and the Tuco people's little spin on it. But it looks a little shabby and it looks a little small for what you've been told is supposedly a 9-person family, or 9 children family, with a wife and a supposed husband. So 11 people fitting in here is a little bit dodgy, but regardless, you enter in the building, and it's not that hard. There's like a few rooms dotted about, but in a straight line down this foyer, you can see bits of what looks to be a kitchen where you can hear people seeming to intermingle. Kind of like this older person. What you can remember is Inyani, kind of just seems to be talking with somebody. Walking into the kitchen. Do you say anything outside of the kitchen, like an entrance, Hansi?
Mom?
Oh yeah.
Guys, I'm home.
Oh, come in. We're in the
Papa.
kitchen. We're in the kitchen here. As you
all right.
walk through the foyer and into the kitchen, you can see this relatively older woman. She seems to be dressed in like standard clothing of like standard little dress of like different oranges and bits of blues. She has this I call it a turban, but because I don't actually know the proper name of it, but it's like a little cap of leather wrapped around her hair, kind of tying it all up together. Bits of these large earrings that seem to droop her earlobes a bit. As she seems to be tending to some sort of vegetables at the kitchen counter, with Inyani seeming to help alongside, kind of like washing the vegetables as the mother seems to be cutting them up and preparing them for something. As she looks back towards you over the shoulder, oh, Hansi! She sets down this like knife she has. She like looks up as she kind of begins to like limp over to you and gives you like a hug. She's like, "It's so good to see you.
Yeah,
I
my
haven't
mom.
seen you in so long."
Okay, I'm home. I'm just. No, I'm
who is
alive.
this? Who have you brought? She's like
These-
shorter than Hansi, so Titus and Bunny are probably like, Titus is probably like towering over her, with like Bunny off to just a little bit taller.
Oh, these are Titus and Bunny, and they help me slay the Bahir along with other
Oh
friends.
yes, and Yanni was
Titus,
talking to
Titus,
me
man.
about that. You fought to be here? Why would you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I mean, if I
Should've
didn't
left
fight it, who
you
will?
should have left your siblings do that. Futhi, Ayanda. You should have that's Jabu.
Yeah, but sometimes gotta take charge.
Also, didn't hi ma'am, it's really nice to meet you. Didn't Lathander specifically ask you to do it?
Oh, Lathander asked you?
Sort of, yeah.
Oh well, if it's in the will of the, if it's the will of the god, if it's the will of the God Wanderer, then of course. I don't mean to object. It's this worry, of course.
Okay. We're worried about your boy. It's all good.
He
But
did
yeah,
quite well. He was a formidable combatant against the Bahir. He did you very proud, ma'am.
I haven't heard of him bestowing a quest onto people. Was it for some sort of goal, or was it just normally doesn't really stay out of? He normally stays away from conflict, only after the matter to help people.
well, the Bahir was attacking our people, so just needed to take care of it. Enough about us. I brought a friend here, Titus, and he wants to take a look at you to help you. See if he can help you with your ailments and stuff.
Oh well, I'm afraid I don't think much help will be necessary. Unfortunately, it is but time that drains me. But you're welcome to try if you wish.
Do you mind if I take your hands, ma'am?
Oh, sure. As she like offers them over, she looks to Hansi. Is like, is this a cleric of Lathander? A paladin, maybe. You look like a paladin.
He's a good guy. Mom.
Yes, ma'am.
Must.
I am a paladin, but not of my saber.
Oh, you're not of Lathander. That's
Okay.
new. She offers her hands up, and you grasp them.
I'll just gently take them and do a little bit of lay on hands to see if that does anything for funsies.
Okay.
I can
Just
spend
make
5 hit
an
points.
Arcana check, because you would probably know this if you want to.
Habits. I am so used to playing at tables. Okay. Oh boy.
19.
Holy shit! Let's
Oh yeah.
go!
So you've known from your on a natural 20, but a 19 because you have a -1 to that check. Still, it's not that hard to, because you have learned from many scholars in the archives, but you know that though healing magic is powerful and it can heal great damages and great effects inflicted onto somebody, unfortunately, it is not able to, unless there are specific spells that do such properties, not really able to heal time. Not really able to heal old age. So, people would have immortality, but there'd be immortal people older than elves wandering around. But no, unfortunately, as you grasp her hands and give her a lay on hands, she seems to have like this. You can almost see like her visibly feel this warm build up tingling around her body as she's I definitely felt something. That did definitely do something, but I just felt warm. I believe she kind of like kicks out her leg a bit, kind of like trying to test it out. She's like, I think it helped my leg, thank you. But
Of course, ma'am.
but unfortunately, that's about as much how much of use Arcane is going to be on me. Thank you for trying, though. How many lay on hands did you put on her?
I just put on 5.
Okay, you can deduct 5 lay on hands. She says, well, I thank you for helping, and also, these people helped you here. Yes, you didn't fight that thing on your own. And she looks to you, as she looks worried, Hansi.
I didn't say that I fought it on my own. I told you.
Well, I thank you very much for helping.
helping.
I thank you very much for helping my son with this challenge. But if you need any help, if you need anything from me, please let me know. And I'm sure that if I'm not able to do anything, I'm sure I can convince my children to do something. We're very far stretched across the Latuko people.
That's
Well,
really,
Mom-
really kind of you, man.
You are truly kind and
Right there.
probably
Appreciate it.
appreciate that, but you deserve rest and taking it easy and
Oh,
deal with
I've
the
been
stress.
resting. I'm fine. Nothing's gonna get better. Like I said, it's time. And time's just gonna make it worse. So I'm definitely going to that party that I've heard about. Boothie and Javu. Inyoni said something about it being a celebration. I heard.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it
Gonna
is it to the Bahia?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well. I'm sure you'll be quite honored in the castle, but I will definitely be joining that venture.
If you can, that will be great.
Well,
I would love
while
you
you're here,
to-
is there anything I can get
Yes.
you? Are you staying here for the time while you wait out the celebration?
I'll wait out for the celebration, but here's give her like 15 gold from my 20. Here's something to tide you over.
Oh no,
Can
I
help
don't
you with
need
the
your
house.
money. No,
You do. It's okay.
no, I do not need your money. I'm fine. The people
No,
barely. The people here respect me, and I barely pay a penny compared to what the normal price is. I'm sure.
yeah, but buy something for yourself then. Just
Just make a persuasion check. Disadvantage because you are her son.
yeah,
Ain't
my
happening.
son.
Oh, also,
Alright.
Kate, Titus's roles are still GM'd, by the way.
Okay. I think I swapped it back over to public. So I think we're good.
Okay, let me do a persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay. On a 16, she seems to relent as she says, "All right, save it for something for the family. Thank you." She kind of
Yeah,
tucks it into like her belt.
there you go. go. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
Of course. And you all let me know if you need anything from me and our family. Do you, are you are you staying here tonight, or are you staying? Where did you say you were staying the previous night?
We didn't actually. Me and a friend of mine were just passing through, and we happened to stumble upon Hansi and Bunny, and another friend.
Oh, okay. Well, you're happy to stay here for as long as you'd like, but if you'd prefer not to, it's a little bit crowded in here when there's everybody, but probably might not be, there probably might not be everyone tonight. I believe Vala is off in one of the other cities, and so is, in Tefuku, but we probably can make room if you'd like. Definitely Fuzo will be staying off, because he's off in the in the city of Igbo, but if you'd like, we can definitely make accommodations for however long you wish to stay.
That's incredibly generous of you,
It
man.
really is.
I would be perfectly fine with staying at an inn if such an established. I'm sure. I mean, there's probably an inn somewhere in the town, right?
Yeah, well, there is a nice gentleman. There's a nice gentleman named Bizarre that owns an inn. He's a large minotaur-looking man. He owns a little inn that should be able to that has different housing. He pays cheap. At least when I used to need that.
Well, I will probably stay there. I don't want to. I don't want to crowd your already very, very
Oh, it's
lovely.
fine.
Also
If you want-
definitely
I have a companion that would not fit in your space.
Oh,
but
I'm
I greatly
sure we can
appreciate
make
the gesture.
accommodations.
I
why
feel
he's
so
no
bad.
bigger
It's a
than
wyvern.
If he's no bigger, what?
Yeah,
she
he will
cocks
not
her head
fit.
with a wide expression at Hansi and just at what?
Wyvern, Mom.
Mhm.
A
Yes,
wyvern?
Yes. A
Oh,
real
I've
life
had many a
wyvern.
wyvern from Mesowai. There's like a large area over there. I used to love hearing stories about that big kingdom with a giant dragon, with a bunch of dragons, and another dragon coming down to Earth to blow it all up. It's great. It's a lovely story.
It is a
Sounds-
certainly lovely story.
Sounds amazing.
I'm sure it's just rubbish, though. Anyways, would you would you like? So yes, we can accommodate for a wyvern outside, like a horse. There's also accommodations for wyverns, north here, in northern area where we have our bullets who aren't in the fields. But I'm sure we can accommodate for one in the backyard. Just as long as he
I'm
doesn't.
sure
It's all right.
Just as long as he doesn't have a hunger for the sheep that Tom is hiding, that Tom has in his backyard. This little
I'm sure
Hen
that
area.
I can make sure he will leave them alone. But I need to speak with my friend to see how what our plan is.
Okay.
But
well,
we will definitely consider it, and I greatly appreciate your gesture. It is.
Of course. Let me know if you change your mind. It's open however long I choose to stay. My offering is open however long I choose to stay at the party. Probably not long. Especially because Inyoni can't even drink. Mom! She says, no, you
Stay
can't.
off the drink. Cannot drink, young man. Not yet.
Mm.
I just wink at him.
He just gives like a wink
Anyway.
back and then just turns back around to washing back to washing vegetables.
All right. So it is good to see you, Mother. I will go back to Mr. Bizarre's place because we have to meet the rest of our is there, and we'll see you at the party.
Okay. Thank you for stopping by. I would have appreciated
Of
it
course.
last night, but it's fine.
It's all right. It's all right. I hope hopefully the money will help you tide over, and see you tonight.
Okay, thank you. She turns back
Here,
to
Mom.
Yanni as now you can see he's still been washing vegetables this entire time. So now there's just like a huge pile. There's just like a huge pile of these of this vegetable. Oh, and Yanni, stop washing the vegetables. We have guests. Mom, you told me to and he just backs away with his hands up.
Well,
And she goes
Imagine-
back to cutting up vegetables. And yeah. So you all exit out of the house. And you go back to Bazaar's tavern. And with that, as Ayanira and Nox Nox atop Ghost for the first time, which how's that going for you?
Freaking out, screaming inside.
Very
Oh, I
much
was
so
gonna
like
say,
Mako on the way
screaming out
over.
loud, I would-
Almost like deja
Scream
vu, so
out
you're worried
loud,
that he's gonna fall off as well, so you're kind of just checking back
Yeah.
behind him all the time. But yeah, as
Yeah.
you all venture off to the port, off towards Nox's cottage with his directions, we're gonna take a break real quick, just to see if Milo will be able to finally join us. So far hasn't responded to anything, but we'll see.
I mean,
Yeah,
if they're trapped outside.
It's currently 2:20 for me, so in about, let's say, 5 minutes, we'll get right back to it.
Sounds good.
Good.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Okay, and we're back. Is anyone else? Is everyone else ready?
Mhm.
Yep.
All right. Mm, 1 second. Okay. So, we left off with uh, Ionira and Nox. As you all make your way over to Nox's cottage. With guidance from Nox, you are able to slowly guide Ghost. He seems to be a little bit weary, almost like the drinking an entire bottle, even for the constitution of a dragon, is still a little bit, but nevertheless, you all make it to the cottage, and you find the cottage, and Ionira, for the first time you see the cottage. As you make it towards the edge of this savannah, you could see, similarly as you had came, the sort of grasslands and trees begin to become more frequent as more pine trees begin to dot the area until eventually a cluster, and you find yourself flying above a forest. Not too far into this forest, you see a small cottage, uh, kind of mounted up on a hilltop. Kind of, 2 stories. Uh, as you come to the ground, it looks like most of it is made out of cobblestone. Even some of the bits and pieces that you can see almost look like wood seem to be cracked. The paint seems to be cracking, revealing bits of cobblestone. Uh, as you make it to the Knox's cottage, let me just prep what you would see. As I expected all of you to be here. But I guess we'll split the party, but that's fine. Okay. So you all land with you all land alongside Ghost. Ghost kind of as he almost staggers a bit. You're not entirely sure if it's because of the wine or if it's because he's just generally tired. In a bit, the more
Oh, you
afternoon
tired,
sun
big
has
guy?
been coming in, and you'd almost have this like waft of like afternoon orange kind of just pouring in.
I'll give ghost scratches.
Okay, you just scratch him
Just
under
you
his
do, you
chin.
do what? Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm not Titus, but listen, and then okay. um, Nox, do you mind if I and I point at like an entrance, the stairs, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
And
only
if I
one
go,
entrance. All of the other
just
bits are windows.
yeah,
yeah, just watch your head, make sure you're all right. But other than that, you're good.
I am 5'6". I feel like if you can, I should. Ah, I'll see.
Yeah, you'll see.
I'll just follow behind Nox.
Yeah,
Okay.
and as you walk up to the door, you'll realize it's a lot smaller than he is,
Oh no.
Yeah.
and so he leans down, very much so he can like about a foot and a half to lean down to walk
What
in.
is Ionira, if I could, what is your passive perception?
Like 13. Let me check for sure. You know, I'm not super into that. Okay, it's getting better. I was worried because I forgot what to check. I'm gonna be honest.
It should be at the bottom of your skill list. Verify.
14.
13?
I see it. Yeah, 14.
Okay. On a 14, yeah, you notice immediately as he Knox kind of steps in, he kind of like has to hunch over and walk into the building, and as you also step into the room, and you kind of notice everything is a little bit too small. You immediately you could see that Knox is still kind of like hunched over. His head kind of dips a bit as he's kind of walking into the house, and and at the end of the hall you see a room that he steps into, that Knox kind of steps into. Inside you can see Igama, the one of Hansi's siblings that you had seen previous this previous day, seems to be pouring in, like almost like jumps at. You can see it has like a shocked expression. Oh shit. Hi. As he hears you all walk in, you could see on the floor there's like a cup of water that seems to have been spilled, almost like he was trying to give Mako a drink, but he dropped it at the sound of you all entering in. But Ionira, you look around the room. Everything is way too small. Just like the tables, the couches, the fireplace, the shelves. Everything looks like it was not built for Nox's 7-foot something self. There is one chair that looks like it's built for him, and it's sitting at this little smaller circular table that is way too low to the ground for him. But aside from that, everything looks very small. Not terribly small.
Do you know-
It's accommodated for you, but even for you, it's a little bit too small.
Do you live with someone? Like, did you
What?
inherit this or?
Yeah, I used to live with my dad. He built it, so he built it for himself. So it's a bit smaller.
How?
And you can
I'll
see
look
even
at you,
Mako
like, up and
slumped.
down.
Mako's is like slumped in the back. You could see him on the couch, kind of slumped back, and he is just like enveloped. His legs are dipped off the edge of one side. His head is kind of tilted back on the other. He looks like in a comfortable position with his neck, like with the side cushion as like neck rest. But yeah, he is also way too big for the couch he's been laid on.
How does? I'll question biology later.
Yeah.
Is he still not awake, Igama? He still.
Maybe you should do the baby bird thing like you were saying. Maybe that's
Well,
the way
the
to do
water
it.
did spill, so I'm starting to think that maybe I should do that. Yeah, I'll run over to Mako and kind of like cradle their head a bit,
Okay.
pat
You
their
can
forehead, see what
you
their
can
body
see
temperature is like.
that you see Igama looks to you as he comes over, and he's like, I tried to give him some water. I couldn't really find the kitchen area. I tried looking in the rooms, and I just found bedrooms. I'm sorry, I peeked a bit, but I couldn't really find a kitchen or anything. I just tried to grab it. I just found a
The
nearby glass of
kitchen's
water.
upstairs.
Oh, it's upstairs. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Would you like me to go get something? I'm sure I can
Sure,
find
if you're getting water.
Okay. And he starts making his way around.
Why
And he's
is your
like, and
kitchen
he enters the foyer and he's like, it's no, wait,
To your
yes,
right.
it's and he goes up the stairs and disappears.
What was that?
Why is your kitchen upstairs?
Our kitchen's not supposed to be upstairs.
No, they're not supposed to be upstairs.
Oh, well,
You normally enter a house and there's a kitchen and the living room proportionally made
know,
for the
right?
people who are supposedly living in it.
well, I mean the chair's proportionate. Look at it.
You got one? Was
Well,
your dad a gnome or something?
You're close.
You're nah, I won't go there. I could, well,
He was a forest gnome.
Are you adopted?
What does that mean?
Oh. Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh. Oh, okay.
Feels like you need to ask me something.
Yeah. Okay. So, my parents, they were elves and they looked like each other, which makes me me. And I'm the same height as they were and my ears look exactly the same.
Yeah, my dad said he had too much magic, so that's how I got big.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You're okay with that answer?
I mean, I haven't found anything to contradict what he said.
Okay. Okay. Where's your dad?
Oh, he passed away a little
Okay.
bit ago.
Okay. That's concerning. Cool. Well, he sounds like he was a great lad.
Oh, he was. He was really cool.
Yeah.
He had
Well, he
magic
made you a
familiars and
chair.
stuff, and yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, hey. I'll just touch it on Mako's face, see their temperature, like trying to see if their pupils are moving. You know when you're sleeping, you're dreaming, like your little pupils go wonky.
You kind of
See
just
if they're
like
at least
perusing
dreaming.
the house or something.
No, I'm just straight up like looking at Mako, see if his condition has changed even the slightest.
He is still dead ass asleep. At which point, you can hear Igama like walking down the stairs, and he like has some kind of like meat on a plaster, and he says, do you have anything like a furnace? I found this rabbit meat. But I can't really cook it because you don't really have anything in the house.
Oh, well.
You don't have food?
Well, we usually
We have
gather
food.
it.
He has food as he gestures to like the uncooked meat on the platter. He's like, we have food. We just not anything to cook it with. Do you eat rabbit raw?
Did he magically cook your meat with his fingers? Like it was a grill?
I mean, sometimes I just had to use the fireplace.
Okay.
Oh, you cook stuff on the okay. You would also know that
mean, it's
occasionally
okay.
you do, you do set up a little campfire. Just have a little good time with your dad, in the forest. But you haven't done that in a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
He says, okay, well I can cook up this rabbit. I don't know how old is this rabbit. I don't.
What'd you say?
How old it? Like when did you catch it?
That one probably like a day ago if it was on the rack.
Okay. You don't have a lot of like infestation of insects, do you? I'll purify.
don't
I'll
think so.
purify. It's fine. As he goes over to
I mean-
as he goes over, and you can see him like some sort of like spell He's beginning to cast. You recognize it, Ionira. Purify food or drink. Purify food or drinks. As he just casts it on his way over to the fireplace, sits it down. And he's like, and looks around for bits of wood. He's like, "Do you have? Is the wood outside?"
Yeah, it's by the yeah,
Okay.
it's outside.
You don't mind me doing all of this, do you? I'm sorry for interjecting on your personal space.
No, just try not to go in the bedrooms. But other than that, you're free to roam.
Oh yes. I've already accidentally peeked into it just to look for a kitchen, but totally understand. Will not do that again. And he makes his way across the room, and just begins. You just throughout this process, he just kind of weaves in and out silently, prepping some rabbit.
I'm trying to whisper in Mako's ear, like, "Hey, can you, if you hear me, stop fucking around. I don't know, wiggle your toes, wiggle your tail, snap out of it, or I will snap out of it out of you." So, warning shots. As I wait for Gama to come back in the house.
Make a perception check.
Shit. Do I have to? Sure. I'm not scared none.
19. You say this, and then you wait for something to happen, waiting silently as Igama comes back. And you hear a little bit of a stumble as you go, "Shit!" And you just hear the wood on the floor, all over the floor. And you turn back for a minute and then look instinctively back, and you could just see the tiny bit of a wiggle of his feet.
Okay. You don't need the duck. You didn't want me to slap you.
And you hear off in the distance, "I'm sorry, yeah, I'll get that right back up. I'm sorry, I'll clean this up in a second. I'm sorry, I haven't done this before in a bit."
No,
And
I'll come over and help him.
okay, and he like picks up what logs he can and like stumbles back into the room. It's like he starts making up like this very generic looking fireplace with like the 2x2s and then like a little bit of kindling that he seems to have collected outside. He starts lighting it, and he like flicks a little firebolt into it, and it erupts into a flame and just begins to burn as he like as he kind of looks around. He's like, and he just sets the platter onto the fireplace stone. He's like, "Well, not really sure how long that's gonna take, but
Did you gather any information since we've been gone?
oh, I have kind of zeroed in on the effects. It appears to be something. Appears to be a dream spell. Give me 1 second. Actually, I'm looking something up.
This entire time, I've still just been like petting their hair, like behind the chair, and just like caring motherly, like a mom bird about this.
Okay. He looks and he says, "Okay, I've zeroed in. I've kind of this kind of a way, this kind of like physical attributes. He has been sort of responding to a bit of what I've said, just slight little movements, and I've been able to deduce he's probably under the effects of like a dream spell. I mean, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure the exact location in which this dream spell is being casted. It shouldn't be that far away, but then again, I'm not really sure where it could possibly be casted, especially because he's not from here, so he probably won't. Nobody would be able to know him to cast the spell on him. And on top of that, on top of that, I don't even know if anybody can cast Dream. Maybe Lathander, but I don't know why he would cast Dream on Mako.
To get our attention, of course.
To get whose attention?
Ours.
Oh no!
Didn't he tell
He would
you?
not. He would not cast sleep on to. He wouldn't cast. And even if. I mean,
Didn't he tell you not?
he'd have to know exactly. He'd have to know exactly where. He would have to know exactly where. He'd have to actually know Mako, and I don't think he knew Mako.
Well, he
We
saw
can
them.
really
and-
ask them,
yeah.
can't we? And we're
Well-
really hard to miss.
Yeah, when we were on the Sunspire, he told me that you guys, while you were flying over on Ghost, that you guys would help us defeat the Behir. So I don't know if he knows you, but I think he may know of you. I don't know.
Maybe he missed his
But
target.
Well, I don't think he would ever do anything to harm anyone. It was just surprising that he could tell me who would help me in this situation. So-
He is the God Wanderer. He would be able to probably know that.
Yeah, he knows a lot of things, even though he shouldn't. So,
Well, then he could be doing a lot of things he
Just a
shouldn't.
random thing that I'd like to point out, because you'd probably not know this. Nox, you have never heard of the title the God Wanderer.
the what?
The God Wanderer, as he's been referred to by Igama.
Yeah. Well, I've never heard of the God Wanderer title, but he just kind of. Anytime he came
it's
over.
the title. Wait, you haven't heard of what? You haven't heard of the God One? You haven't heard of the title, but you know Lathander.
Well, yeah, he would visit. About once a week.
Once a
he would
week.
Talk.
That's more than
Yeah,
anybody
I-
else has gotten. I mean, he shows up for birthing rituals, and helps the needy when they need it, but that's about it. He maybe lasts 3-4 hours, but that's about it. That's very strange. Huh. Well, the God Wanderer is what we
No,
call him because he's believed to be some sort of messiah in the lands. He's kind of he's like he's the protector. He's one of the few that have such arcane prowess and has the ability to grant clerical abilities. I am a cleric, Lathander. I don't but he's been able to grant clerical abilities, expand knowledge, and also been able to like truly help people around to. It's just been a wanderer to help people, hence the name God Wanderer.
Oh, I think he was just a friend of my dad's. When my dad passed away, he kind of just showed up and then would start seeing me a lot. So we talked a bunch, and then
That's
every time he would come over.
Well,
So I'd
congratulations,
assume they were
you
friends because
are. Well, congratulations, you're friends with the God Wanderer. But yeah, aside from that, I don't think it's Lathander, but he's definitely under a dream spell.
Do you know how to break that spell, or am I supposed to wear it out?
I believe dream spells. Well, I know sleep spells wore off. I don't know anything of dream spells.
I know of dream tea.
The only way you'd really be able to truly dispel a dream spell is if you dispelled it from the caster, which he would have to be constantly concentrating on that as well. again, because we were with him when this happened. I don't believe that Lathander is doing this, and I don't believe it's anyone else within Latuco who's done this. But there are capabilities, perhaps more of this casted as a spell circle, or maybe by higher casting. It could be done at longer ranges.
Perfect.
I could see if I have any books on dream spells, but I remember reading a lot of almost all of the books we have.
Well, any help? Have you tried slapping him?
I mean, I could. But
No,
I think
I
it
have
would
not
hurt a
tried
lot
slapping
more
him,
for
and I
me.
don't think that would do anything. Even if it was concentration on the dream spell, he wouldn't be able to break concentration unless I was slapping the caster. And unless he was casting it on himself, I don't think that's the case. I don't know. Is he able to cast the dream
never
spell?
know.
This might be the effects of himself casting it, but and he might
don't
be
know.
just
I know
casting a dream spell on
could
something
try it.
else.
Well, how about you look at books and give him the right hand?
All right.
If you don't mind, obviously.
No, I'm gonna go check, and then he's gonna walk through this door and then go up the stairs.
Okay. So you all venture up to the upper layer.
Well, I don't. I'm gonna slap Mako.
The
and
second
wait for
floor.
him.
She's
Oh.
gonna
Downstairs.
she's
Okay.
gonna slap him.
Yeah.
So Nox, you venture up to the second floor of the building. Which I have left on there. So now, you venture upward to the upper floor. This large dining area greets you, but you kind of shuffle past it, and make your way past the kitchen into this upper room here, which I'll give you sight on. So you enter this library area, and you find there's, and are you just make an investigation check with advantage, just to try to find your, just to try to, what information are you looking for?
Anything on dream or sleep spells that I don't know go awry or last too long, something like that. Because, I mean, yeah, but one won't do it. I'm not 11. I don't know my own house.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So on an 11, on a 1 and an 11. No. And not because you don't know your library a lot. You just don't. There's just not a lot on dream spells. There's not a lot on spells in general. Arcane, nothing. There's all these different stories that you've been read about, that you've been taught about. All these different history books, all about the different stories that even I haven't been able to tell you yet. All these stories about Brahman, the Mezowai, the Acadia, the Golden Hills, but there's a bit kind of nature, bit of sorcery. You know that your father was some sort of spellcaster, but you never really saw the true. You never thought he actually saw his true capabilities. He mostly tended to alchemy and whatnot, but you haven't actually heard anything. You can't find anything about spells, at least specifically dream spells.
All right.
At least not in
Then
that
I'll
library.
wander down. Yeah, I'll wander down with bad news.
But you do. I will say though, you do know that there are other libraries in the house. Maybe not some
Yes.
you have seen often.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
You venture back
Yep.
down to the house, down to the basement, to the first floor. What is Ayanira doing at the moment with Mako?
I'm gonna stand in front of them. Like before I get in front of them, I'm gonna kiss the top of their head and be like, I know it's probably gonna work. It's probably not gonna work, but you can't tell me I can't. I'll go in front of them and just slap him across the face.
Make a strength check real quick.
Oh no.
Yeah, I can do that.
I want to see what a 20 does. It's a hard slap.
On a
It's a
16,
hard slap.
you slap him. You slap him across the face, and you can see his head kind of like slumps off to the side. Doesn't really seem to correct itself, but just lays there, limp. He's still asleep. But now you can even see where you smacked him. There's like a patch of red, like a handprint all across his cheek.
I'll kiss her cheek and be like, sorry. But hey, if you're not alone in there in your little dream world, could you tell whoever's doing this to cut it off? Like, seriously. Jesus. Freaking Lathander, whoever the gods is doing this.
Do I see the slap or do I just hear it?
You walk into the room just to see Ayanira.
Did it work?
Nope. Igama's like, ah!
Yeah.
Why would you do that? I told you that
Well,
would
he
work.
could have been casting it on him.
Well, if he was casting.
Yeah, they're casting on
know.
themselves. It could have.
At this point, there's nothing we can do. I mean, we can't find whoever did this. Apparently, Thender's run off somewhere, conveniently enough. So even if they could tell us what's happening, nobody can. So this was worth a shot. I felt good a little bit.
Well, I could check one more place. I can check my dad's room real quick. I usually don't like going in there, but I could check his room.
You don't have to. Even then.
Well, he's got books in there that I haven't really read before.
What if you find something you don't want to find?
What, like what?
I'll look at Igama for like, hey, get me out of this.
I don't know anything about his family.
I've
barely known him a month.
I don't know.
He just looks at you, confused.
What? I haven't.
Just don't look too far, okay?
I mean, all right. I'm just gonna check the bookshelves.
Yep. You step into your father's room. There are 3 large but empty tables, kind of round. A smaller bed off to one side, with a little nightstand. You've been here before. You were here for quite a bit in his last few moments, and you had cleaned out most of the stuff on the desks and the shelves, but you couldn't help yourself to clear out the books. If you want to, you can go ahead and make an investigation check.
Let's see if I can investigate anything in here.
I am definitely peeking.
Nope,
further.
I still don't know anything about anything.
You don't find a lot about spells, because most of his bookshelf is filled with cookbooks and alchemy books, potions, brews. You remember a time where if he had a class, he would have been an alchemist artificer. he mostly tended to nature and spells. If anything, he would have been more of a witch than a gnome, but he kind of uh, just doesn't really have anything on the dream spell or spells in general.
Anything on like cure potions for ailments? I don't know. I guess I would find it with a 4, but
Looking around, no, there doesn't really seem to be any potions that can relieve. There's potions that can relieve curses, like and blindness, like a lesser restoration, if you will, but nothing about dispelling any magic like dream. There's even like a potion brew capability of detect magic even, but that's about it. That's as much as you know or can see.
all right. Well, what a bust.
As soon as like you turn around to look at the doorway, I would probably just like you'd see the tip of my hair running away because I was peeking through the door, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I'd be like, "Make yourself look like you're not doing anything."
Yeah, Nox, you just turn around, disappointed, turn back to the door, and Hyoneer just just disappears behind the doorway.
Oh, did you find something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. um. So, yeah, that was a bust. Any of you know how to contact this Lathander?
He usually just showed up.
With any luck, he might actually be at the party. He might. I mean, to celebrate the Behir and the fact, and probably to celebrate why he assigned. Why did he assign you to the Behir? Anyway, whatever reason, I'm assuming there was some goal to achieve, or to assign you of all people to the Behir. As he gestures to Nox, as he says, "So I'm assuming he's going to attend a celebration of that achievement."
That's what I thought too, so that's why we went to the Sunspire, because we thought I was gonna tell him what happened, but he wasn't there.
Knowing the God Wanderer, he already knows. I mean, if he knew anything about Ionera, Titus, and your friend Mako, then he probably knows about what has already transpired.
I don't know what else to do.
I mean, even I know about it, and I didn't know anything from anybody, as I slowly realize.
Well, if he happens to wake up in the meantime, at least they'll have a nice meal.
If you'd like me to, I can stay behind and continue. I'm not a party person. I mean, I love my brother dearly, and I'll celebrate and I'll admire all of his good deeds, but I'm not one for grand events, collective people.
Well, how about you just, come with us and you can keep an eye on Mako from over there. You doing 2 for 2, you get a good reason to not be completely attentively at the party, and you're there to support your brother somehow. 50-50.
Perhaps I can probably hand him off to my mother? I don't know if she's going to be attending.
Well...
Have you...
Sure.
Has Hansi introduced our mother?
Not to me.
No, not to us.
Oh, not to you? Oh, so I'm assuming
Well,
the rest of the
everyone
people are with
passing.
Hansi at the house? Okay, well, I can definitely see if if I join you, I can definitely I could probably drop off Mako over at the house. Maybe our mother, if she's not attending the party, can also join.
Plus, if Lathander's there, maybe he'll know how to undo this. Or, he'll undo this because he did it.
I think you're still wrong on that. I don't think he did this.
Well, I don't know him, so all bets are on the table.
Oh, and I was looking in the library. I didn't find anything on this baby bird technique you were talking about. It doesn't seem like that's a way to heal people. At least I couldn't find any books on it.
Well, you've grown up here, and your
Wait,
father's
what?
an elf, so.
Oh, he'll look
You
at
What about
him
a
and
bird?
be like,
What
"Well,
about
they were
what
talking.
about a bird?
Oh,
baby
they were
bird?
talking about this baby bird technique that could heal people, and I couldn't find any information on it."
Huh? Is that
See, watch. I'll
is
dig
that some
some
ritual where
water.
you're from? Where are you from? I haven't actually.
I don't know. It's
Is that
I've only-
some feeding ritual that your people?
Yeah, that's what we do in the Feywild, of course.
Oh.
Here.
Well,
Oh,
if it can
okay.
heal people, do you
He
think
has
you would?
no reason not to believe you, so he's just really. There's no deception needed. He's just fully like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
watch.
very interesting.
If it heals Mako, we can try it on
Fuck, I wish I could
Hansi
write
and your
something
mom.
down. I don't really have any.
That might work too.
Then we can give him some water, and then make our way back to
Okay.
our friends.
Do you want me
Well,
us to
does
take
heal?
him or?
No. Look, watch. I'll show you how we do it. Where I'm from.
Oh, all right.
Oh, do you so do you want us to, do you want me to take her? To take him?
Sure.
Okay. He kind of just looks and he's like, I cannot pick up a body. I do have my own boulette. My boulette is still outside. Which I
I
also
can grab
forgot
him.
about. But my boulette is also outside with the gurney, so if you need me to just tag along, I can with the boulette.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll fly over you. Make sure you don't.
He
encounter
looks to
anything on the
Mako,
road.
a little worried, and then he looks back to Nox and he's like, I can't pick him up. I've tried.
Don't worry, I can help.
Thank you. and he kind of steps aside and just lets you all.
Someone. I'll hold the door.
Okay. So yeah, so Nox, you bring you carry Mako outside and leave him on the gurney. The boulette seems to have trailed off a bit, grazing on what little grass there's left on the floor, but you're able to easily pull him back in and set down Mako on the gurney. Igama hops onto the boulette. You all hop on Ghost, and you all make your way back to the city of Akan. Meanwhile,
I would take the rabbit off of the fire and give it to Ghost before we go.
Oh yeah,
So it's not
Igama would have
racist.
completely forgotten. So yeah, you grab the rabbit and you toss him up into the air, and he just snaps forward and grabs him out of the air, kind of chokes him down.
Until tight.
All right, so you three all make your way back to the city of Akan. At the city of Akan, as night begins to settle, we'll get into more detail probably last session, but I'm gonna just close up here because it's I know it's late for everybody. You all, the sun is very low in the sky, probably on the cusp of sunset, just as you, well, not on the cusp of sunset, probably on the cusp of complete nighttime, as you all finally make it to the city of Akan. While you, as you all begin to enter the city, Titus and Hansi, you are already at the party, seeming to have found some tables to sit at. Titus, specifically, what would you be doing? Just a small little glimmer at what you might be doing at this time. There's a
Is
moment of
there
celebration as
dancing?
you. Sorry?
Is there dancing?
Yes, there seems to be tables kind of like moved off to the side to allow for like a large dance floor.
Oh, he'd be dancing. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, he'd 100% be dancing.
There.
And at some point, he'd probably extend a hand to Bunny to see if she would also want to dance.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I would have been actually like off to the side drawing furiously in my journal. At some point, like right around the time that they feed the rabbit to the bullet, Bunny's ear just twitches and she goes, I have a terrible feeling all of a sudden.
Okay. So
But
as
yeah,
you
sure,
all
I'll
are,
dance with you.
so as you begin to dance amongst all of these different people who are celebrating as the hanging corpse of the Bahir is not really taxidermied, but is dangling from the rooftop of the dance floor, kind of just like in a kind of like a massive trophy of accomplishment, kind of just dangling up from the rooftops, about 15 feet in the air above the dance floor, as you all just begin to party just underneath of it. As Titus, as you are dancing and you are dancing alongside Bunny, you feel something. You feel immediately begin to like tire. Your vision begins to almost darken a bit, like drum, like heartbeat, kind of just boom, boom, slowly clouding your vision. Bunny, you hear the same sort of high-pitched ringing noise that you had before on the back of Ghost a little while back. And as the ringing starts to build up, Titus, your vision begins to slowly darken even more and more. You've grown even increasingly more tired throughout all of this. Before you fall back, and your vision is clouded in darkness as you fall back, but you find you aren't really falling backwards as you begin to slowly transition into you righting yourself up. And as you feel your body right itself up, you stand before a massive red dragon amidst this blackened void. You look up, an ancient red dragon towers 40 feet above you, looking down with a very grizzled and stern look, eyes ablaze, red and black red dragon with black highlights all around his body. You recognize this creature as I slowly. You recognize this dragon. You've seen him before. You've learned about him. Ningirsu, the Red Order, one of the many counselors of the Acadia of Mesawai. And that's where we're going to end this session for tonight.
Well, that name's different from George.
So many extra notes.
Well, shit.
Oh,
Dang it, it's not Greg.
Girsu
Very
is
stern
very different
on his
name.
face.
unless I.
The
so
red
much.
dragon bit was
Somebody
not
is in
was not
trouble.
intentional.
Oh my
That was
God,
They're
that's
just-
so timing of it. Oh.
Somebody's in trouble.
I'm so
And just
I
for a
forget,
little bit of
I
just
think,
a
Titus.
little, like a small little hint, he was one of the people that was very pissed about the certain event that happened.
It's fine. It's
Fine.
cool.
Fine.
And
And we'll find out more about it next session. Unfortunately, it is
I
late.
thought we were just gonna have a party.
Yeah, party is
All
fun.
good.
But yeah, I
Fine.
initially had that encounter in mind in case we, to make up for Kate's absence. But since you joined, I was like, fuck it, I'll do it anyway.
I appreciate you.
There you go.
So spicy.
So yeah. You'll have that spicy encounter with an ancient red dragon next session,
I'm about to
which
get
will
lectured.
be
All right.
At a party.
in this bi-weekly schedule, which will be the 16th of September. Not 16th, 15th of September. I already hate the fact that it's September already. But,
God, I feel
nevertheless,
It's fall. We love fall.
My birthday.
I mean, it's fall. It's just merely the fact that how fast this year has felt that it's gone on.
Yeah, I am.
I'll give you
So long.
That's alright.
Ugh. Anyway,
Yeah.
so that is going to be the end of the session for tonight. Thank you all for joining. I know it is very late for some of you. I will see you all next time. Take care.
Woo!
Okay, y'all have a
Bye,
good one.
friends.
See y'all.
Bye.
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 Have a good
night.
week. 2 weeks.
too.
Thank you.
Thank
Can't wait to
you.
talk to
Thanks,
George.
Iris.
Thank you, Irish,
Thank
for being
you.
amazing as always.
Yeah, thank you.
Good night.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.